Anything that does not move you forward is like an anchor holding you down. Experiences can elevate us. Being around a group of high-performing individuals has an influence. Same time, being around a group of high-income individuals may not. Maybe it's all get rich, like, super quick type money, which may not help us long-term, right? Some experiences are traumatic and can hold us down. As an example, let's say that your ex hurt you and you can no longer trust anyone else as a result. You think everybody's going to hurt you, so you close off any potential great relationships, right? And let's say your business partner screws you over, damaging your business and reputation. So now whenever you see an opportunity or whenever you see something that looks like that, even though it may not be that, that could also be an anchor that's holding you down, right? And most of what we do is influenced from something that happened in our past, right? We have all these different triggers, like watching someone else do what we've never done before, right? Let's say skydiving or hang gliding. Whenever we go to do that, we're going to pull from the experiences that we saw, right? Falling in or out of love, sometimes ending in divorce. That's also something that we've experienced, even though not directly, indirectly, vicariously through someone else. Indirect experiences influence how we behave today. That's like really key to understand. And so I knew a lady, and she grew up in a very dysfunctional home. Her mom married a man who was very abusive in every way, mentally, physically, spiritually. And so she saw them fight all the time. And her brothers actually had to choose between the two parents. Often when you see parents fighting, and some parents make the child choose, do you love daddy or do you love mommy, right? It's a really tough position for a child to be in, right? So she never saw a loving relationship in her home. In another scenario, right, is a sales rep in the payment processing space. And so many sales reps in the payment processing space have been taken advantage of by greedy people, whether they came from a bank or directly from a processor. These sales reps have been taken advantage of so much and been lied to and tricked and manipulated, and a whole lot more, that now this is their shared experiences that they take with them to the next phase of wherever it is that they're going, right? And so it's almost like similar to that girl or boy that grew up in a dysfunctional home. All these experiences become a part of who they are. When something happens, we pour from our shared experiences. Someone, say, gets confrontational. Your reaction may be based upon your shared experience, right? Which could escalate or de-escalate depending, again, on your shared experience. Some of us have shared experiences, some of us have conditioning, some of us have training, but it's from something that happened previously that it often makes us react to whatever it is that's happening in the situation. And sometimes we just don't understand why some people do what they do. And you actually grow up hating what it is that you despise the most. Sometimes you can't understand why some people do what they do, and you grow up hating it. And unless you learn from it, you become what you hate the most. And I've seen this happen so many times, and it prevents us from moving forward. Like the young girl or boy that grew up with dysfunctional parents, it brings that into their new home with their children. Sales reps that have been taken advantage of or taught to sell, regardless of whether or not the product is actually needed by the person, they bring those tactics wherever they go to their new company or to a business that they're working with, burning bridge after bridge after bridge, taking that short-term approach, almost like the rat on the hamster wheel, just constantly going in circles, but having the seeming progress because they can see the cheese, right? And if you don't learn from it or just let it go, it can keep you stuck in life. And these are the things that you absolutely need to let go. Things that don't move you forward, things that you just can't understand. Sometimes it's best just let it go. Now, if you think this is helpful, hit the like button. If you have questions or ideas that can help others, share them in the comments. If you want more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is Khaazra. I'm out.